Hello, everybody. Welcome back. And we're back again with another Creator Podcast. Today, I'll be bringing back a really good friend of mine. If you've seen any of my podcasts with him, you know that I'm an uber fan of Mr. Ted Sikora's. I'm really excited because we have more comics, more Kickstarters, and more fun. But of course, before we get started, of course, we have to give a shout out to all of our amazing sponsors, because without them, AGP wouldn't be here. So to start off, we want to thank the Gem City Comic Con that'll be coming at you on July 24th to 25th at the Dayton Convention Center in Dayton, Ohio. Guest lists will be coming out in just a few days starting in May. So be on the lookout. Make sure that you're checking all their social medias to find out who's coming to the show. Of course, their sister company, the Champion City Comic Con, where we will be doing an online show in September, and the live show will be in October or November. We're just waiting for dates to be able to show up. On top of that, we want to thank Sean Forney Illustration, their independent comic, Scarlet Huntress, a reimagining of Little Red Riding Hood, who grew up to hunt the cryptoids. Tahaza Productions, they're all ages comic, Peanut Put It in Jelly, and Pitter Patter. And of course, their adult comic, Roadkill Rampage. And check both of these guys out every Thursday night and Friday night on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. On Thursdays, you can find them at the Haza Production sites. And on Friday, you can find them on the Sean Forney sites. And they have a sketch-off battle where they sketch off for 30 minutes one of their favorite pop culture icons. Of course, speaking of comics, we can't forget Mess Comics, located right here in the city of Cincinnati. This is about the Metropolitan Sewer System. Woo! I know that system so well because I've had family members work in it, and their amazing protagonist Lilliput and their her pet rat Aka. Oh, mornings. Woo. English, not my first language, I guess. Of course, the fellow Twitch streamer Ziggy, who's been helping us better and help us get Twitch really up and running and on fire for you guys. And make sure that you check him out. He streams every day of the week. He has a mental health show for you guys. And last but not least, to the UVN, the Underground Video Network, covering everything within the geekdom. For the last 20 years, they started in a basement on local access. So make sure that you check them out. And now, without further ado, I bring to you a man who is amazing. He is a darling. He makes me characters that I know everybody wants to cosplay, and everybody has to have these comics. The one, the only, mystical man of animal mystery himself, Ted Sikora.
Oh man, I am so not worthy, but thank you.
Oh, hello, Greg. Thank you for joining us from across the pond, my friend. Oh, so good morning.
How are you?
I'm drinking my energy drink to get me up. We're good.
Good.
Just like you, I think the two of us have went from, okay, so what are we going to do today to go in? What all do I have to do today?
I like the kitty back there.
Oh, my dog?
Oh, it's a dog? I'm so sorry. Apologies.
Oh, that's all right. That's Shigo.
I only saw the back when it was moving, and I thought it was moving
She's
cat-like.
18.
Your dog has cat-like reflexes.
She's 18 years old, Ted. 18.
Oh, wow.
Yup. Want to see the other puppy?
Yep.
Come here. Say hi.
Oh my gosh, what a cutie.
This is Fizzgig.
I should get Samantha, but she might start barking. But should I get her?
Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
there was a cat. I just saw a cat.
Yes, I do have a cat. Lieutenant Savick.
I want to see if Sammy will sit with me. I'm going to grab her real quick.
No, Greg, we are doing an interview. That stuff's saved for the gaming.
Come on. Come here, buddy. Oh, yeah. All right. She's never done a podcast with me before, but we're going to try. Can I say hello?
Hi. Who's your good puppy?
All right. This is Pet Show and Tell.
Well, I can't show off my last one. Lord Vader is not. Okay, well, it's a Velcro cat.
Okay. I'm going to let her do the interview. I'm just going to be, I'll just mouse behind her.
Hey!
I created Bloom because I needed a villain for the Apama series.
Okay, Savick, you have to let go, sweetie. Savick, let go. And this is the joy of having animals. Once they're on, sometimes they do. Okay, okay, honey, you're putting claws in places they don't need to be. Please, please, please. Ow. Well, ow. We talked about your animal magnetism within all of your characters.
That's
Ow.
right. This is my spirit animal right here, by the way. I even have her in my bio. She is so wait, I gotta talk about you for a second. Look at the determination. She is so determined when we're playing with a ball, for instance. Like, it just inspires me to want to be that focused when I'm doing my own work. Like, and I'm in a very real sense, like she really lifts me up. So that's my spirit animal, Samantha. Border Beagle.
Aw.
Yeah.
At least your dog sounds like she fetches. My
Oh
one,
my
if I throw it, she brings it back, and when I try to take it back from her, she goes, "Oh no, that's not happening. This is mine now." And then even when she was a puppy, before she hit 18 years of age, even when she was a puppy, I'd be like, "All right, go get it." And she'd be like, "Why? You threw it. You go get it." I'm like, you know what? I'm not even trying anymore. And what's funny is Fizzy doesn't play with dog toys. She only plays with cat toys.
Mm.
It has to be cat toys. And good
hair.
morning, JJ Smalls. Thank you for being here. So, 2 months ago, you introduced me to Bloom.
True.
2 months later, you're giving me more Bloom.
Yes. So this is ridiculous pace that I've put upon myself, and I'm really angry with myself, actually. We were supposed to release Bloom in April nationally through Diamond of last year, but then there was the COVID shutdown and all that. So we were told to, it's a bad time to release a #1 issue. So we agreed. They let us pull the solicitation, and we just waited for cons to reopen, which was never happening. So we decided to do a Kickstarter while we release the books nationally. And because of that, it's coming out like every 2 or every 3 months this year. All 4 issues will come out this year. But that means I got to do a Kickstarter every 2 or 3 months, which is, oh boy.
Really? Every 2 to 3 months?
Yeah.
Are you into like S&M or something? Do you like pain and misery? Do whips and chains excite you, Ted? What's going on here, buddy?
Yeah. No complaints.
Did Bloom herself enchant you with something? Are you now one of her minions? And she's like, every 2 to 3 months, you're going to do this.
Yeah, I think there was something. When I looked at it, I thought, okay, so this means I'm going to be running a Kickstarter. Then there'll be a month off when I'm fulfilling a Kickstarter.
Yeah. What do you mean off?
Yeah. While preparing for the next Kickstarter, making the video, campaign video, all that, somehow trying to get the coloring and lettering done. Because thankfully the art got way ahead. So he had the first 3 issues illustrated when we started this year. So, but I am coloring and lettering it. So it's, that takes a lot of time too. And I also, I'm cognizant of, just trying to give myself that time to get into that headspace of really working.
See, I hear police officer sirens behind me out my window. They're coming to get you, saying that you're insane doing so much work. I'm just letting you know this. They're coming for you.
Well, as long as they stay over there.
Well, in case anybody doesn't know, Ted is absolutely a mastermind when it comes to building an amazing comic book world. Starting off with Apama, he created this amazing hero, but I think your true talent lies in your villains or your anti-heroes. When you get into things of some of your other characters, like tap dancing villains or people who throw people through a ceiling, you are a mastermind of all sorts.
Well, I thank you so kindly. We have always been influenced by sort of Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, John Romita, that sort of nucleus that started Marvel, and trying to create characters that are very sort of relatable. So, one of our mantras is there are no toss-off characters, so even if somebody shows up just for a backstory moment or something, that character needs to be pretty well thought out. So, if they get their shot at bat, they might have their own title, and like has happened with Tap Dance Killer and Punchline, and now Regina with Bloom. So, and there is some confusion. A lot of people think her name is Bloom, but it is Regina. Bloom is the title of the tale where she blooms into this prophet.
Question: have you ever heard of Wart the Wizard? I have not.
Something about it sounds familiar, but not that I can. Hold on. Why do we ask?
Yeah.
Actually, so what happened is I took my dog out of her crate for the interview, but now she's free and she's barking like mad. I'm going to put her back in her crate. I'll be right back. This will take 20 seconds.
No problem.
Sam, get down.
Nope. This is the first time I've seen anything about it, Sith Lord.
Do we know about Wart the Wizard?
It's an independent comic that I just found on Indiegogo.
Oh, okay.
So, well, I don't think there's any better way than to kick anything off than to actually do your video.
Perfect.
So shall we let everybody take a look?
There should be audio. Amanda?
All right, hold on. Got to fix something. For some reason, it did not do the audio. Thank you for letting me know that, Sith Lord. I can fix that. Let me fix. Share audio. Chrome tab. Hit that again. Try that again. Bring this back. And let's do that again.
You know what I think?
Now let me know if you can hear me.
This world we're in right now is the fairy tale. And what's really real is on the other side.
Ramsey, mechanic by day, aspiring comic book creator by night, went into the woods and tripped. He was bombarded by bizarre and mysterious glyphs that he drew into his sketch pad and onto the body of his muse, Regina. And now, the journey to mind-bending madness continues.
Where are you going? Can't we just head back to the cars?
I said I'll see you on the other side.
How am I even supposed to get over there? And what about all the stuff? Regina!
Bloom, the origin of a prophet.
Oh, groovy! Your art is crawling all over me.
Shit. What is going on with you?
What's going on with you? All of a sudden, you're a complete drip, baby. Maybe you need another limb to the head. Ah!
Bloom, written and created by Ted Sikora, with art by Butch Mappa.
How are you feeling, Ram Man?
You've never experienced a story so astonishing, so far out and away from the beaten path.
Where in the fuck am I?
Blast off with Bloom, the origin of a prophet.
Booyah! You and your videos. By the way, they love the art.
Oh, glad to hear. I
Yeah.
love the art too. It's Butch Mappa, and he's phenomenal. He beat out 200 other artists who applied for this job. I did tryouts with many of them, but I was the way he handled the humanity of the characters, the faces of Regina, the expressions, all the many moods of her. He really knocks it out of the park.
I also love like how you still kept that slightly distorted sound from the first Kickstarter, but you really ramped up the psychedelic sound in this video.
Oh yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Like even the video that you're making for your Kickstarters is progressing like the storylines of your comics.
Right. Yes, that's a good call. Well, what happened is I showed it to some of my film buddies, the first trailer, and they dug it. And I said, what would you do different? And they're like, the one guy, Robert Banks, who's a well-known Cleveland filmmaker, he said, those old 60s trailers were built around a lot of the little, they would throw in the dialogue, like these crazy lines from the movie really drove it, as well as the narration. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. So actually had Alicia Lynn, who did the photo cover, when we got together to sign issue 1, all her, we got together to sign those, which was an endeavor because she lives in Pittsburgh and the shipment got delayed a couple days, but because of how tight everything was, I got the books. I drove from, Akron to Pittsburgh. We signed for 2 hours, drove all the way back, and I was like shipping immediately. Like this was this, but we also took the time to record some of these dialogue bits, and actually just in my car because it was raining. But and then another guy, John Moore, who just lives down the street from me, did Ramsey, and I think he was just perfect for Ramsey. It was a really funny thing because I was delivering the what was it, Bloom #1 comic to his partner, who she backed the campaign, and I remember hearing that he did voiceovers, and I thought, oh, and when he answered the door and we were talking, I was like, you have the perfect voice for this thing I'm trying to do. So like it was like the day before Easter, he was out there screaming in the backyard. It was pretty fun.
So just like last time, I've already picked my favorite cover.
Oh, which? Ah, yes. Keenan White.
I'm sorry, that cover speaks so many volumes to me. It really does.
I love it. Yep.
If you haven't noticed, when I pick the promotional art to promote the stuff, I always pick the cover I like. If you haven't figured this out yet.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. That one will be the one that is shipped to you.
Oh, yay! I mean, at this rate, I'm going to have my own Ted Sikora collection. I already have your Apama movie, so.
Well, we appreciate so very much.
Oh, no, we appreciate you. You, like I said, okay, I've said this to you many a times. I love the fact that you have characters that literally knock my pants off. You still get to use that quote.
Oh my gosh. I forgot. Yes, I can put it up. I'm going to go back to the other video. I'm going to get it exactly as you said it, and it will be up today. It will be up on the campaign. There's reviews on the top of the campaign. Yours is going to be one of those.
Aw, no, but I'm such a fan, and it's not because we're friends. I mean, yeah, we're friends, but I mean, we became friends because I fell in love with your work. I really enjoy the characters. I love the fact that you're not just doing, oh, we have a hero, we have a villain. These characters have such a great backstories. You have picked people to work with you, whether it's your artist or the voice actors that do your stuff, or even the actors like in the Hero Tomorrow movie that really capitalize on who your characters are. It's like they're inside your head and they understand what you're looking for. And a lot of people don't seem to understand. You can have Spider-Man anywhere you want, but if it's not a good enough story for me, I'm not interested. I like seeing this character development, like the tribulations, the struggles with Tap Dance Killer and Punchline, and seeing the way how each of them interact and how they all act in different situations, or in the same situation but differently, is so compelling. You're so drawn. And when you pick your artists, they are really good at picking the right colors.
Oh, I appreciate that. Well, I'm the person doing the coloring.
Have a good day, JJ.
Yeah, take
I'll
care,
see you
JJ.
later. It's just brilliant. It's absolute. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here.
Well, I'm also the one who does the coloring, by the way.
Well, great. But, I mean, I know there's people who will sit here during an interview and they will blow smoke up people's ass so they feel good on their show. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass just to make you feel good. If I don't like your stuff, you never come. You're not. No. But I mean, from the moment I got a hold of Hero Tomorrow, and I was like, well, this is weird. Okay. And I was instantly hooked into all these other characters. You and your team are just fucking brilliant. End of story.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Y'all can quote me on that too.
I will do this. It's going to be up there today. I swear to you. And I'm so grateful to even, to just hear the words. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, there's an echo.
Huh? From me?
I think so. It sounded like it.
I don't hear
it's gone now. You won't hear it. I'll hear it. So, funny thing about the echo systems when it comes to this, whoever the echo's coming from will never hear the echo. That's how you always know who has the echo. It's genius. But so I noticed that you said Bloom, the origin of a prophet, issues 1 and 2. So it's kind of like you're continuing the legacy by just now offering both books and some of the offers that you have.
Yeah, well, and one of the things we've learned is that if you put up a campaign that says Bloom issue 2, anybody who happens upon it will be like, well, I missed issue 1, so what's the point? So obviously we printed more copies of issue 1 than were ordered. So we can get people on board for from the top. There's a finite amount, but we still have plenty. I intended to make sure we had enough issue 1s to get through all 4 issue campaigns, if that makes, you know what I mean?
Okay. That's an okay one. I like this one. A sexy, groove-tastic tale fraught with the tension of a slow burn horror. Yo, Critical Blast. Yo, can I you want to write quotes for me?
You do not need anyone to write quotes for you. Yours is going to be at the top.
But again, phenomenal work. I love the fact that you guys, again, did multiple different types of covers.
And that's a profanity cover there. That one actually will have, how often do you see cursing on a curse word on a cover?
I think you will be the second creator I've ever seen that. Because there's the, what is it? The I Hate Fairy Tale series.
Okay. They had it on the cover.
And then, but the adult cover said "fuck Fairyland" or something like that.
Okay, nice.
Who was it by? He was the artist that was doing like the cute little chibi work a couple years ago.
I think I have heard of it.
Hold on. I think this is it. No, that's Reddit. I don't want Reddit. Who the hell? It came from Image, right? Wasn't it? Yeah, Scotty Young.
Oh, it was a Scotty Young thing.
Scotty Young's thing. Regular publication was I Hate Fairyland, and the bad one was Fuck Fairyland. And people were getting both. But yeah, I think it's really cool because no, you don't see a lot of stuff. And there's something to be said about gimmicks. And having something that most people don't have, whether it's, we saw Kiss put blood in their comics, people using foul language, because you don't see it a lot. Because there is still a lot of people out there who go, comic books are for kids. Comic books are not all for kids. There are comic books for kids, there are comic books for adults, and there's comic books for everyone. Comic books are like the Force. They surround us, they bind us, they penetrate us, they give comic fans their powers.
And now this cover, this is a work in progress. So this is the one where you would be drawn into the background. So those are not actual.
No, that's actually you. You don't know that that's you, but this is what happens to you when you get under her spell. So you're already in the comic, guys. It's okay. That is cool looking, though. I hope so. When they do this and they put people's thing, are they still going to be those colors?
I'm not sure. I think it'll be a little more, if someone's paying to be seen on the cover, I'll try to make sure that they're not like lost in the color scheme.
Still, you should leave at least some of that color in there, because that color really pops her.
Kind of thing, yeah. And there's an example of the previous. I would have to. I don't really have that up there now. I love that cover too. I mean, I like them all, but that Marcelo Basile.
That gives me the new Resident Evil bad guy vibes.
Not familiar.
So it's a video game, and they have a new villain for the village, and she's 9'6" vampire.
Oh, okay.
Death by Snoo Snoo. That's what that gives off.
All right.
And this one is interesting because, like, the rest of them, you're like, yeah, I get it. I know what she's like. This is trouble. But this one, very innocence.
Yeah.
That's nothing but innocence there in the eyes, which is really interesting because it's completely like the other ones, even though they are all different, she has the same demeanor. This one, completely different.
Yeah. And that one's by Adrian Saibar.
Oh, look at these two weirdos.
Yep.
Boy.
Butch Mappa. I can't say enough about him. He's actually working on a Star Wars book right now, coming off of an Avengers book. So, yeah, he's been super busy. Thankfully, we got a lot
very
of
talented.
Yeah, I'd love he's super nice guy and just, really, really fun to work with.
So I'm going to go through this, guys, real quickly, just so you can see some of the other work that he has. So this is what started everything for me.
Yeah, that was our first series. It was a spinoff from the movie we made, but it wasn't like the same universe. The movie was about a guy who had an idea for a superhero that he could not get published, and it was Apama. And so he starts becoming his own character. This is the book he would have published. So it's a pure, superhero world universe kind of thing that begins here with an ice cream truck driver, Ilya Zharsky, who becomes enriched by the spirit force of the most savage beast mankind has never known.
That is awesome. Sorry, I got distracted. Someone that I haven't talked to in 6 months just showed back up. I'm like, oh, you're alive.
Oh.
I thought he died. Now, here's my bae. This is my waifu in comics. Like,
tap dance killer.
She could utterly destroy me, and I'm okay with this.
Oh. She is. She debuted in the Apama series. She's an actor who gets cast in a horror show musical as the tap dance killer. But then there is a supernatural occurrence within the theater. She can't shake the role and starts trying to wipe out the mafia. And Apama gets caught in the middle of all this. She gets thrown in prison. That's how it sort of ends in Apama. But then she breaks out because she's marked in prison for having tried to take out the mafia. So she either had to get out or get killed. And then she gets together with her group of Vaude-Villains, Sir Terror, Fletcher. We also introduce this heavyweight boxer who becomes a superpowered murderous clown named Punchline. And then we have, he got spun into his own series. So we have issue 1 of Punchline out. And that's, oh man, this, are you hearing all this?
Yes, that is the best line. Punchline is a goddamn knockout. Boy, somebody really wants to get a hold of you today, don't they? I think the most amazing fact. Okay, so the most amazing information you guys are going to get from this today. He has an answering machine.
I'm just waiting for this forever message that they're leaving.
I didn't even know people. I didn't know people had that outside of these.
Yeah, we have a home line, so you know. All right, am I back up to volume? I just turned it down.
Yes, you're good.
All right, so Punchline, yes, art by Donny Hadiwijawa, also Tap Dance Killer's artist. And I forgot to mention Benito Gallego is the artist on Apama, and I co-write that one with Milo Miller. And I do coloring on most everything. There's another guy named David Baff Gallert who colors some of the Tap Dance Killer stuff.
I'm here. Keep going.
Oh, yes. Well, anyway.
Sorry, that's because I'm wearing itty bitty little shorts because it's hot, but there's people outside my window talking and I don't want their voices coming through.
Ah, righto. Okay. So the thing about Punchline, you know, in the Tap Dance Killer series, for instance, he was not really challenged so much. So this time he was made to be Apama's villain. I really originally envisioned him as such. So we are setting up this big throwdown with Apama.
Is it really sad that I kind of want Punchline to beat Apama? I know Apama's the good guy, but I really like Punchline. He's really funny and a really interesting character. Because this isn't, again, this is something that I need to point out. A lot of people, you know, you and I, we've grown up and like we've seen are villains, and they're just villains. That's what they are, and we like them for who they are. And then Disney tries to do this backstory and it doesn't fit because that backstory of, oh, they were misunderstood or this is not who they are, it doesn't fit with their characters because these characters were already established. They're just bad. That's it.
Right.
That's who they are. Stop trying to give them a background so we feel sad for them. You cannot take Maleficent, the mistress of all evil, and go, she was misunderstood. That doesn't work. Versus your so-called villains who are misunderstood. And it's circumstances that were beyond their control that a lot of people in today's society can easily relate to that got them to where they are today.
That's the idea, you know, that we're kind of that every villain is the hero of their own story, and I really feel like, you know, there's with few exceptions, you know, there's not people that are just
good or
totally evil. You know, there are some, but anyway, I think these characters are all sort of in a gray area, and I sometimes like that you really don't know who the good guy or bad guy is, but you're just following compelling characters that are clashing.
I mean, I'll say it again. Nikki is my favorite, the Tap Dance Killer. Her musical background, the way she just danced right into my heart, and then she was like, was fantastic. And I cannot, Mr. Hayes, and that wham. Well, that works. Cool. And
Yeah.
no, I'm not giving it all away. Yes, I'm leaving a little bit because I want you guys to check these out. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Now, these are kind of cool. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I want to do a more subdued kind of look. So she's sort of hidden in the background there. And they're supposed to be actually finally printed today or tomorrow. So they'll be, anyone who ordered them, they will be shipping this week. And they sent me a mock-up, and I think they look really nice with the actual fabric. They're going to be, it's that soft fabric that you just feel good in.
Oh, wait. Soft fabric? Ooh, can we now get a Regina body pillow?
Ooh. That's an interesting idea.
I started something. My bad.
What is it, like a mannequin sized?
Oh, it's a body pillow. So what they do is they make you just make really big, like,
oh, okay,
covers. And it's really popular in the anime community, where they have like your favorite female anime and guys can just lay with her.
Oh,
I have a couple, like I have Ninja Turtles. I have a couple of Star Wars ones. I have a Darth Vader one. So I can lay and snuggle with Darth Vader. Like every girl wants to. Girls don't even act like you don't want to. I know you do.
That's interesting. I've not heard of anyone wanting to snuggle with Darth Vader till this moment.
Oh, I've wanted to snuggle with Darth Vader since I was like 4. I have a very weird taste in men. So you want your men more machine now, huh? Yeah, that'll work. I don't know. Even as a kid.
Quote. You know what? In your bio, you should have that as I've wanted to snuggle with Darth Vader since I was 4. Like, that says almost everything you need to probably say. That just says it all. I love it.
Do you really want to know what she's like? Do you really want to know how messed up this girl is? She's been wanting to snuggle with Darth Vader since she was 4.
I mean, the snuggle is the word.
But is Darth Vader? I don't know. There was just something about Darth Vader that I just had the biggest crush on.
Aw.
And by the way, guys, if you are looking to back this, if you have it, this is the one that I would suggest. Like, I like the cover banquet, but if you're new to this series, hello, right here, this is what you want.
That's the digital. There's also like that one there where you get the printed trade collections plus single issues, or the next one you get all the single issues. So yeah, if there's any possible combo, and there's add-ons, so you could just sort of a la carte anything.
Right. But man, again, just fantastic. And again, how in the world, after just 2 months, you are doing this yet again is beyond me, love.
Yeah, it's weird. It's been brutal.
I love this time of the day because all of my British friends can come over and say hello. Which does bring up the thing, because I have noticed that more and more people that aren't in the United States, do you only ship to the United States?
We do overseas, but that shipping has to be added, and it's not great. It's $30 or something. We don't really mark it up a lot.
Yeah.
But that one got the digital. If they.
And that, you know what? I will say this. When it comes to the fact that, it sucks sometimes not being able to have a physical copy of something, living in this digital age and people still being able to get a hold of something. God, some days you actually love technology.
Mm-hmm.
Because without it, it would be just mind-blowing the fact that you couldn't get a hold of anything. But here, whether it's physical or digital, you still have an opportunity to get a lot of stuff. And I love it. I mean, like, the only difference is I just don't get to hold it in my hand. But on the bright side, that means I can't accidentally scuff my digital copy.
True.
I don't have to buy a bag and board for it.
Well, ours come bagged and boarded, by the way.
No.
Well, most do, right?
No.
Really? How do they get them there safely? Well, we do. They're all individually bagged and boarded. I should probably put that up as a
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Welcome to Hero Tomorrow. We have our latest Kickstarter. Do you know how much we want you to enjoy comics and how much we love comics? We bag and board every comic, and when we send it to you.
I do it myself. I do it. I sign them. I bag and board them. I put Scotch tape, 2 pieces. Fold the flap over, 2 pieces of Scotch tape. I mean, what else do you want? What is this whispering going on between you and Kiara?
Okay, whisper is she wants to tell me something over on Twitch, and she doesn't want it to be said live. So Twitch actually allows you to whisper to people to ask a question or to say something if you're not comfortable saying it on a live chat.
All right, okay. I was just like, this is interesting.
I think it's an interesting way instead of going, hey, what's your Twitter account? Or hey, what's your DM? Or da-da-da-da-da-da, and taking over something. But I also understand a lot of times when you're trying to get a hold of someone, especially when they're busy, you may want to go, hey, I got something I want to tell you. I'm going to whisper it to you. So they know that something's coming their way while they're live.
Gotcha.
The loveliness of being who we are in this world. But
well, that's a new one on me. That's cool.
No, seriously, you need to promote. We take comics seriously. We bag and board everyone just for you.
I'll put it to it will be on the campaign's page as well as your fabulous blow your pants off quote.
Say what you want. Again, I will not deny that there are very few comics in the world, very few in today's day and age. And that, let's see, your series, the Messed comic series, and Roadkill Rampage from Hazard Productions, and Scarlet Huntress from Sean Forney Illustration. Those are my independent comics that I read. Those are the series that I keep up on.
Well, thank you.
And yeah, you notice 3 out of 4 of those became our sponsors now.
I gotta think about being a sponsor now, do I? Oh, interesting.
You know what? That's something that we could talk about off key. But no, seriously, there's nothing much more that I can say about this Kickstarter other than back it, do it. Listen to Emperor Palpatine when he goes, do it. All right. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. This is an amazing, talented group. These comics will literally knock your pants off because you just get so excited and your pants go, oh my God, you're too excited and I have to go. Bye. I'm going to give you room to breathe. Like that's literally what happens every time I read these comics. They're amazing. They're very well thought out, immaculate art, colors, and characters that anybody can relate to, even if they're not exactly like you. Like I don't know many of us who are gypsies out there, but there's still things about Regina that you can understand. There are so many amazing characteristics to these characters, and I cannot recommend the Hero Tomorrow series, Ted Sikora's work. Everything. When this man touches something, it turns to fucking gold.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Again, I told you this earlier in this show, and I'm going to tell you this again. I do not, hello, my queen. I do not blow smoke up people's asses. I'm honest and I'm truthful, and this is how I feel about the work that you do.
Thank
And
you.
I highly recommend anybody to head over to the Kickstarter, check it out, back it. And again, we've always said this here, and Ted will agree. We understand times are hard. If you cannot back it, share it. And there is the link right there for you guys in the chat. So you can just click on that link in the chat. It'll take you straight over to the Kickstarter. Also, if you want more, you can head over to herotomorrow.com.
Absolutely.
You are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
Yep. Just my name or Hero Tomorrow. You'll find either one. Facebook. Yeah, all those you said.
So before we go, do you have anything else that you want to add?
No, just thanks for having me on again so quickly since our last one.
And what, I should go ahead and start booking for what, 2-3 months from now?
Yeah, really. I gave myself like an extra 2 weeks in between, so
You do love yourself this time
I might
around.
go on a vacation or something. Yeah, no, it's we'll see. And you know, all the while everybody's like, so when's Punchline 2 coming out? I'm just like, that's a great freaking question.
Look, finish what you're doing before you start on the next one. Give yourself some breathing room for the love of God, dude. Seriously.
Yeah.
You're gonna turn into one of your villains in the series if you don't give yourself time to relax. I promise you this.
There's enough meta going on. It could happen. Yes.
Very much so. So, of course, as always, everybody, thank you guys so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to check out Bloom, the Origin of a Prophet Kickstarter for issues 1 and 2. Make sure that you check it out. Head over to herotomorrow.com. Check out all of the amazing works from Ted and his amazing staff. And I promise you, you buy any of these comics, it's going to knock your pants off. I promise you this. On that note, we thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye.
Thank you.